All right, welcome to Hoops Tracker. Jerry Howard, your host. Hoops Tracker, your source for Colorado basketball. Man, we had some great games this weekend. Be sure to watch our review of the top of the 32 round two. We are now down to the Sweet 16, and we're going to dive into it because we've got some phenomenal matchups. All right, number one, Rangeview versus GW. They've played each other 3 times. It is hard to beat a team 4 times, but man, Rangeview is loaded. LD, Aiden Perez, Archie Witherspoon, Kenny Knox, Marcellus Duncan. I mean, this team is loaded and prime. They're undefeated. George Washington, man, they've got Jeremiah Trim, they've got Malachi Hedrick, they've got Jordan Dotson. These guys, this is going to be a battle. We are going to see how it is. I think home court advantage goes to Rangeview to get to the Elite Eight. Next game, Grandview Regis. Man, all I have to say is a huge shout out to Coach Ryan Turk, playing phenomenally. They knock off the number 8 team Horizon. They are going to play Regis. Um, man, Regis is loaded too, but let's just talk quickly about Grandview. Grandview's got Trevor Thomas. They've got Brevin Anderson. They are playing on all cylinders. Can you imagine? Just think about this. 2 years ago, they had 2 twin sophomores that went into prep. If they had those guys and they had Dylan Betts went to school at Grandview, can you imagine what kind of team this Grandview team would? They would be the number 1 seed, not the number 25 seed. But Coach Ryan Turk has what he's got. They're dealing with it together. This is great. Regis, Coach Ken Shaw, I think number 3 on the all-time winning list. He is phenomenal. He's been coaching forever, and he's got a system, and he's got some players. Eric Fiedler, Lucas Dickinson, man, these guys are going to light it up. This is going to be a great game. Could we pick? It's going to be a tight one. If I had to pick today, I would maybe give a slight edge to Regis, but we'll see. We'll see how they go. Next game up, Valor and Arapahoe. Of course, Valor, defending state champions, Cole Schur, Gatorade Player of the Year, Brady Winja. They are playing great basketball right now. And you've got Jeff Platt. He was here a year ago. They made a run. You've got Kevin Boley at Arapahoe. Arapahoe's got Miles. They've got the big 6'7" kid. Man, this is another great game. We'll see if Arapahoe can keep up and stay in this. I was impressed how Arapahoe played Eagle Crest right before the playoffs. They played them to the T. So this was going to be a great matchup. Ralston Valley, Denver South. Oh my, where do we go from here? Well, let's start with the Paquita brothers. They are shooting lights out. They have 1 loss against Valor. They stumbled right before the playoffs, but big win last week against Creek. They're on track. Denver South, man, this team is loaded. They are prime to possibly make an upset here. You've got Dominic Martinez, him going against the Burkita brothers. That's going to be an awesome matchup. You've got Jaden Davis. You've got Damian Durden. You've got Christian Cobb. And don't forget about Brody Shepard. Man, this is going to be a game. There are a ton of Division I talents on this court. Man, it's going to be fun. Let's talk about Eagle Crest. Woo. Eagle Crest, the last several games, they've been played very close, and they pulled one out against Rocky Mountain, thanks to Anthony Nettles with a stellar performance. But Eagle Crest, man, you've got Lucas Kalimba, you've got Kinsey York, you've got Chris Coleman, you've got Garrett Barger. This team is loaded. They are playing out of their mind. They are the #2 seed, and they host Arvada West, right? You've got Keegan at Arvada West. We'll see if Arvada West has the power to keep up. But Eagle Crest has been keeping their opponents close, so we'll see. All right, next up, Thunder Ridge Fruita Monument. Man, this is going to be a great game. Man, at Thunder Ridge, holy smoke, you've got Drew Payne, you've got Kale Carney, you've got Amon Binu, you've got at Fruita. Jet Wells is playing out of his mind. Daniel Thomason is playing going to Metro. This is going to be a great game. This is actually a toss-up game. Plus, you have Michael Wells and you got Joe Ortiz. Everybody knows about Joe. Not many people know about Michael. Michael's a former college coach. Michael knows X's and O's. He's taken girls to the Final Four at Fruita. He's taken boys. I mean, they were the #1 seed last year. Did they deserve that? Probably not, just with their schedule. But he would even say that. But this game, this is going to be a great game on Tuesday night. Mountain Vista Overland, what can we say? The Centennial League is crushing it. Overland with a huge upset over Broomfield. Going into Mountain Vista, I mean, Overland, TJ Manuel played great the other night. Siraj Ali, they got Israel back as their big post player. You got Dante Graham. This team is prime. And Mountain Vista, you got one of the top point guards in the state in Cal Baskin. You've got Oliver Junker. You've got Carlos Orocho. This is going to be fun. The Sweet 16, there is so much parity here. And Chaparral is taking on Rock Canyon. Chaparral, led by Luke Howery, Christian Williams, they are blowing up. Rock Canyon upsets Smoky at home. They put it to him. They've got David Jacob. They've got Kason Lehman. Man, there are some great matchups here. I wish they were all in the Coliseum so we could all watch great basketball. Who's going to win? Time will tell. All I can say, there is so much parity right now in 6A. Any one of these teams, if they get hot, they are going to make a big run. All right, let's jump over to 5A. 5A, Lutheran versus Green Mountain. Do not count out this Green Mountain team. Lutheran, Cade Speckman. Green Mountain is playing. They're on a 5-0 run. They got one of their top players back from injury. Coach Puccio, Marty Clark. Man, this is going to be a great matchup. I'm not sure. We'll see if Green Mountain's hitting on all cylinders. Green Mountain and Lutheran were our picks to get into the Elite Eight. Green Mountain did not play very well earlier in the season, but they are hot right now. Sand Creek upset Severance. Man, what can you say? They played phenomenal. They are going to play Cheyenne Mountain. This game's a toss-up. Sand Creek's loaded with athletes. Watch out. Mountain View Falcon. Both teams upset Discovery Canyon and Eagle Valley. Wow, this is a great matchup. 21 versus 28 in the Sweet 16. One of them is going to move on to the Elite Eight. Chasta, we got to fix that formula, man. All right, here we go. Montrose, Durango. Montrose took care of business over Thornton. Durango upsets Rampart. Durango actually has some pretty good talent. This is going to be a good game. They've played each other. We'll see if Montrose can beat them again. All right, here we go. Mesa Ridge over TJ. Bryce Reel, Joel Babbitt has this team pumping on all cylinders. These guys are on a 23-game winning streak. Maybe it's 22, but they haven't lost since the first game of the season. Defending state champs, going for a three-peat. TJ's got Curry. We'll see how that goes. Stanley Lake, Lewis Palmer. Lewis Palmer knocks off Meade. Bill Benton's team, these guys have been there before. Stanley Lake, we'll see. They've got Asher Serlin. They've got Sims, their senior point guard. We'll see if they're prime. You've got Windsor Longmont. This is a matchup from last year. Man, what a great matchup. And Coach Kloster, this is probably one of his best coaching seasons ever. Had a lot of injuries early in the season, just like every Longmont team. Plain Jane, they don't look the part, but these guys execute. Watch out for them because this could be an upset alert. Dakota Ridge Palmer, two other teams that we had slated for the Elite Eight in our preseason pick. Too bad it's in the Sweet 16. This is a big game for both teams. I think the pressure's on Dakota Ridge, but with Ethan Berninger, the rest of that staff, they are ready. They've been working at this for the last couple years. This, I think, is going to be their breakthrough moment, but you can't count out Eric Trujillo, Jatwain Mike. Man, this 5A playoff matchup, again, a ton of parity in 5A. What can we say? It's going to be a great matchup. It would be great to have the Sweet 16 in the Coliseum early so we could see these games live. All right, Jerry Howard, your host, Colorado Hoops Tracker, your source. This is Playoff Central. We wish everybody the best of luck. We will be out at games. Keep it clean. Let's wish all the best teams the best luck, and we'll see who makes it to the Elite Eight. Be sure to watch our Prep Writer show. Be sure to watch our preseason Elite Eight roundtable to see where things are going. Love it. Just love this time of season. We're excited. Jerry Howard from Hoops Tracker. We're